asshats. We're going to go ahead and record straight to YouTube. Okay, it looks like this is working on YouTube. Let me see. Let me go over here. Oh, maybe not. All right, we're live on YouTube. Okay, let's see what's going on. It took me a while to get this. I was trying to do it on Facebook Live earlier. Facebook Live is apparently, I guess, out of commission or whatever. They're not allowing people to stream onto their system anymore. So we're going to go ahead and do this via YouTube. So stay tuned. Okay, welcome in everybody to Fourth and a Mile, presented by Planet Adam. I am your host and Pharaoh of Planet Adam. That's God King as well. I am Adam Fernandez. This is the first Fourth and a Mile in probably over a year now. It's been a long time since I've done any of this stuff. I was trying to stream this on Facebook Live earlier, like I was telling you guys if you were here at the very top of the show. That didn't necessarily work well. Facebook Live is, I guess, not allowing you to stream unless you have a certain kind of streaming system. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm pretty much through with Facebook Live. So now we are here on YouTube, and we're just going to go straight into YouTube, and then I'll post this onto Facebook. And I'm going to basically give Mark Zuckerberg a big old finger because he sucks if that's what he's doing. Yeah, so he's not a nice guy, but let's get into what all we're going to be talking about. We got bisexual football players. We have big behind the scenes baseball news, and that's actually where we're going to start. But then we're also going to get into college football picks for this week. I'm not going to go through every college football game. I got about 6 or 7 that I decided to go ahead and do on my own. And then we're also going to have some special guests come on in here and help me make the picks. In fact, I'm looking at them right now. I do have 6 games that I picked to select. A lot of them are kind of near my heart. As you can tell, I'm an FAU Owl. About an hour from now, my Owls will kick off and probably get destroyed by Ohio State. But that will be happening, as well as a lot of other local, I guess, area football. And in case you guys don't know, I am not from, or I guess I am technically from the South Florida area, but I now live in the South Central Texas area. And so some of these games will actually be kind of near and dear to the hearts of the people here in South Central Texas. So we're going to start off by talking about 2 issues that I don't want my special guests in here for. First off, yesterday, the coroner autopsy report came out, and Tyler Skaggs, the former pitcher for the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, I was about to call them California Angels. Tyler Skaggs, it turns out, died due to a accidental overdose of mixing alcohol and heavy doses of pain meds, including fentanyl. Fentanyl's been one of those major opiates that pretty much you hear about every day in the news, where they're trying to get rid of opiates, especially something like fentanyl, which has been known to be very deadly to a lot of people. So it turns out that is one of the issues that did take place here for Tyler Skaggs. That was one of the things that he ingested, as well as a ton of alcohol. I believe he had pitched the night before and actually pitched a pretty good game. Maybe it was 2 nights before, I don't know. But in his hotel in Dallas, because they were there to play the Texas Rangers, he was found dead the next morning after the ingesting of alcohol along with the fentanyl. So there's that going on. We also, in more baseball news, David Glass, the owner of the Kansas City Royals, has in fact, well, you know what? We're going to come back to that. You know what? We'll come back to that because I want to go ahead and have my buddy in here who's going to make the picks and who's going to be with me to make the picks. And I guess I got to go ahead and start texting him to tell him to get on in here. But we're going to first start talking about Ryan Russell, the NFL linebacker who came out 2 days ago, Thursday, on an ESPN's main story of the night. Even though college football has started back that night, officially started back that night, because if you count week 0, nobody counts week 0. It would have been the Saturday before, but the real season really kicked off Thursday night with Clemson, the defending national champions, with Texas A&M, with UCLA and Cincinnati, and what was a god-awful, ugly game. The real season kicked off Thursday night, but we're going to go ahead and make Ryan Russell here the main story on SportsCenter, when Ryan Russell is a guy that nobody's heard of. I'm a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan. Never heard of the guy. He apparently played 2 years for the Tampa Bay Bucks, 1 year for the Cowboys. He comes out letting everybody know that he's bisexual. That's it. That's it. He tells everyone he's bisexual. CNN writes this article on him about how brave he is, how, you know, I have nothing against anybody bisexual. I have nothing against anybody that's homosexual. I have nothing against anything that any homosexual marriage. I have nothing against anybody at all for whatever their sexuality is. What bugs me about this is there's a lot of bigger news stories going on in the world of sports. And this guy is a free agent, not signed by anybody, and he's coming out and announcing this. Kind of makes me wonder if he's really trying to make let the whole world know who he is, or is he trying to come up with a reason why he wasn't signed to any NFL teams during the offseason or preseason? Kind of sounds like the latter to me. So, yeah, he's made a lot. He's made a big splash on ESPN, on CNN, on all these leftist news outlets. especially the ones that are that help cover sports. But the fact of the matter is, nobody cares what he does in his personal life. I don't know. I don't know for a fact. Jason Pierre-Paul, another Tampa Bay Buccaneer. I don't know what his sexuality is. I don't give a shit what his sexuality is. I don't. Whatever he wants to do in his bedroom, he can do. With Ryan Russell, if he wants to go off and have a fling with a guy one night, I don't care. To me, what matters about him is, can he tackle? Because if he can't tackle, I don't want him on my team. I don't give a shit about who he's sleeping with at night. I give a shit about, can he tackle? And if he can't tackle, if he can't rush the quarterback, if he can't get back into pass coverage, if he can't stop the run, why do I want him on my team? It has nothing to do with who he's sleeping with. It has everything to do with what he can do on the football field. You know, do you want me to say congratulations to him? I'm not going to say congratulations to him because it's just him being him. He didn't do anything. He didn't achieve anything. So you're not going to get that from me either. What you're going to get from me is turn the fucking page and let's, talk about something really, truly sports related, not about someone's sexuality. All right, so let me go ahead and text the wifey here to go ahead and bring in the other two special guests here. And so we're going to talk one more baseball story here, and then one of my special guests will probably do a bunch of talking about baseball because he's a baseball fan. But, we're also going to try to get into the picks. I was trying to get this stream started probably about an hour ago, but I was fighting with Facebook Live for forever and a day. So... okay, where are they? Here they come. Okay, I was about to text them again. Can you get in? Oh, it's just you? Okay, close the door. All right. So what you want to do here, buddy? This is my here. Well, no, not this camera angle. Let's here. Let me scoot over just a little bit. You want to kind of get center with. You see where the camera is? This is my, I guess, future brother-in-law. This is Kike, big baseball fan. Yeah, he's got a big smile on his face. Big baseball fan. He's the MVP of the league at Normoil here in San Antonio. Ain't that right, Kike? You're the MVP, most valuable player. Mm-hmm. He hits like Mays and he runs like Hayes. And he even slides like Willie Mays Hayes too. If you remember that slide that you didn't quite make it to the base, but anyway, so he's going to be here to help me talk a little bit of baseball. Do you know who the Kansas City Royals are? Major League Baseball team? No, you don't know who the you don't know who the Kansas City Royals are? Well, they were bought yesterday. Although it's not official, it still has to be approved by the MLB owners at the owners meeting in November. But they were bought yesterday by a gentleman named John Sherman, who was fronting a group. John Sherman himself is a businessman up there in Kansas City for $1 billion, which means I could have bought the Kansas City Royals had I gotten a $990 million loan from Kike here. Or $9,999 million loan from Kike here. Well, I don't even have 1,000 on me, so either way, but Kike has that kind of money. He makes that money playing baseball, right, Kike? No, you don't make that kind of money? He makes that kind of money. So, anyway, so that's what happened. So, let's talk to Kike a little bit about baseball. What position do you play, Kike?
Outfield and second.
Outfield and second? Yeah, I saw you make some great plays at second base. I never saw you play outfield. I saw you play second base. Do you like hitting or playing defense more?
Defense.
You like playing defense? Yeah, me too. Then when I was about your age, the team nickname for me was Pigpen, like the Charlie Brown character, because I would purposefully dive all over the infield to make the play, and I would get dirty, and so there wasn't a game that went by that I wasn't covered in dirt. So my dad and his friend, who was the assistant coach, nicknamed me Pigpen because of that. And what do you think your batting average is? Probably about 500, right? About 500?
Like 7?
700? There you go. That's even better. See, the theory in baseball is that the successful hitters are the guys that are successful, or the great hitters are the guys that are successful 3 times out of 10. Kike here, though, is successful 7 times out of 10, so he's even better than the great hitters in baseball history. It's true. It's scientific fact. I mean, I could pull up the chemistry test and all that to show it to you guys, but I don't think I have to. So yeah, Kike is way better at baseball than you. Period. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get into some college football picks, and I'm wanting to hurry these up so that we can go ahead and get the day started with college football. We're going to start with the first game on the slate, which is my FAU Owls going into Columbus to take on the Ohio State Buckeyes. Buckeyes are favored by 26.5. Who do you think is going to win that game there, Kike? Ohio State or Florida Atlantic? Ohio State, I think so too. I think Ohio State will cover the spread. I'm a huge FAU fan. I don't think they have what it takes to not allow OSU to cover the spread. And I don't remember what the over-under on that game was. I guess I didn't type it down, but I'm not going to worry about it then. The next game we have is South Alabama versus Nebraska. Scott Frost's second year. I think it's going to start off pretty good for him. Nebraska's favored by 32. Who do you think is going to win that one, Kike? Nebraska or South Alabama?
Nebraska.
You think Nebraska? Yeah, I agree. I think Nebraska covers the spread. The over-under on that one is 58. I think that's going to be easy for both of these teams to do. I would bet the over on that one. Ole Miss and Memphis. Memphis blah 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 blah. Memphis favored by 6 with a 68.5 over under. Who do you think is going to win that one? Ole Miss or Memphis?
The first one you said.
Ole Miss? Yeah, actually, I have Ole Miss winning that one as well. Memphis is the favorite. I'm not sure that they're capable of beating an SEC team, no matter how bad an SEC team is. I got Ole Miss winning it. The over/under is 68.5. I believe that they're going to beat they're going to be over for at least 6-9 points. SMU versus Arkansas State, one that's near and dear to me as well, because I have lived a little bit in Arkansas. My mom's from Arkansas, in that area. Arkansas State is in Jonesboro. My mother's from Blytheville. We're just getting messages to let us know that West Ham second half is underway, and it looks like West Ham's down 1-0. So yes, we have Arkansas State and SMU. Arkansas State favored by 3, over under 58.5. Who do you got? SMU or Arkansas, or Southern Methodist or Arkansas State? Southern Methodist is here in Texas, in Dallas, and Arkansas State is up in Jonesboro, Arkansas. SMU and Arkansas State. You got Arkansas State? Good. That's what I'm picking as well. I have Arkansas State winning it. I believe that they will cover the spread, and I believe that the over-under of 58.5 will be exceeded. I expect at least a good 40 points each. I'd say probably about an 80-point game in that one. That's just me. Colton Clack is going to be making the start as far as I know for Arkansas State. He's a true freshman out of Texarkana, Texas, not Texarkana, Arkansas. and so we'll see how good the kid is. Next game is another one that's kind of near and dear to this area, Kike. It's Louisiana Tech versus the Longhorns, Texas. You got the Longhorns winning that one. So do I. The Longhorns are favored by 20.5. The over-under on that one is 64.5. I honestly believe, because of the past 2 years, when Texas has opened up the season, they opened up the season against Maryland, both of those games, got stomped in both of those games. Maryland is not a good football team. They weren't a good football team. I really believe Texas has a habit of sleeping past their opening day opponent and looking on to something bigger. For Texas, it would be next week when they're playing LSU. I honestly believe that that's what Texas is going to be doing today. I don't think Louisiana Tech is good enough to beat them, but I think Louisiana Tech is good enough to keep it close. I would say Texas wins this one, but they don't cover the spread. The over-under is 64.5. I think they can both beat that as well. Finally, we're going into UTSA, the Roadrunners, our home team, right? Our home team against, another home team, Incarnate Word. Incarnate Word's playing UTSA today at the Alamo Dome. Who do you got on that one? UTSA, the Roadrunners, or Incarnate Word?
UTSA.
You got UTSA in that one? All right, come on, stay over here. You got to stay in front of the camera, man.
Last year in 4th grade, they named our groups because we would switch the college names.
They named all the college names?
Yeah, like UTSA, Incarnate Word.
And which group were you in? You don't remember? I don't remember either. I remember when they did that to me too. But I agree with Kike. I think UTSA will win this one. They are favored to win by 5.5. I think it's going to be a close game. I think UTSA will cover it, but I'm saying about 7 to 10 points is what they're going to win by. Incarnate Word is not a bad FCS football team. They're actually probably one of the top FCS teams in the country. UTSA is pretty much in a rebuilding year, which is kind of hard to say considering that they've never been built. So I don't know if you can rebuild from not being built. But they're not the team they were 2 years ago. And there's your sister. Look at that. She's Facebooking me and all that in the middle of our show. Can you believe that? She's so rude, isn't she? I believe UTSA covers. The over-under in this one is 58.5. I don't believe these two teams together will cover the 58.5. It wouldn't surprise me if this is a 17 to 10 game. So 58.5 is not likely in my opinion. I got UTSA winning, but maybe by 7 or 10. So they should cover the spread, but not the over-under. All right, that's pretty much all that we have for you today. Let's see, let's get rid of this. Keegan, anything you want to say to all the fans in TV land? He said a mouthful by not saying very much, right, guys? All right, I love you all. I will catch you guys probably later this week. I'm still trying to decide the kind of schedule that I want to do. Remember, I'm going to do a show that's mainly baseball, a show that's mainly college football, and then a show that's kind of a mix of the two. 4th and a Mile will be the one dedicated to the college football. But love you all. Let's watch some college football. Don't forget AEW wrestling pay-per-view tonight, All Out, over at my place. Don't tell your sister I said that. She doesn't need to know this. Kigay's going to be there. He's going to be the one drunk in the corner. Probably go streaking after midnight, down through the quad to the gymnasium. So let me know if you want to swing on by. I'll see you guys tonight. Love you all. Besos. Say besos, Kike.
Besos?
Besos. Kisses.
Besos.
Besos.